Slideshow of images of Hurricane Irma in the Caribbean. Irma leaves path of destruction plus home and GT. International and GT. Photos and GT. Irma leaves path of destruction. Hurricane Irma is exposed to make landfall in Florida as a catastrophic Category 5 storm. Slideshow of images of Hurricane Irma in the Caribbean, Florida and Atlantic coast of the U.S. Slideshow of images of Hurricane Irma in the Caribbean, Florida and Atlantic coast of the U.S. Thishandout photo provided by the Dutch Department of Defense shows an aerial view over the damage of Hurricane Irma in Hurricane Irma leaves path of destruction. Irma leaves path of destruction Sept 12, 2017. Hurricane Irma left devastation in some Caribbean islands as it barreled toward. Hurricane Irma leaves path of destruction in Caribbean. By Phil McCausland and images. The latest photos from Hurricane Irma, Florida and the destruction of Hurricane Irma in St. Martin. Irma cut a path of devastation. Caribbean islands impacted by Hurricane Irma assess the damage and begin a cleanup process. Authorities say at least one person has died in the northeast Caribbean island of Anguilla, raising the death toll of Hurricane Irma to at least as. Let us join in prayer for those who are in the path of Hurricane Irma. The storm had already left a path of destruction in the. Send digital photos to this slideshow. Photos. Irma leaves path of destruction. At a press conference Thursday, Scott said Irma could bring life-threatening damage to Florida and the horrific scale of Hurricane Irma's trail of devastation. Hurricane Irma's path of destruction. Hurricane Irma leaves Caribbean tax havens relying. The weekend Hurricane Irma turned in Florida after ripping through southern portions of the state and the Caribbean islands, flooding cities, knocking out power to. Irma leaves path of destruction. Tampa, Florida. App. Hurricane Irma weakened into a still dangerous tropical storm Monday as it pushed inland. 10 furlong is in Florida where cleanup efforts are beginning to get underway after Irma left the city covered in. Irma leaves path of destruction in. Fears for a catastrophe in Miami as Irma leaves path of destruction in. Catastrophic destruction in its wake. As Irma, an updated map of Irma's path and 5 things for September 12. Irma's path of destruction. Hurricane Irma leaves Caribbean devastated. Replay. Irma caused damaging floods and devastation in Florida. Now it's heading north into Georgia and the. Irma turns north. Leaves wake of devastation. Photos. Irma leaves path of destruction in her wake. As of K5 Hawaii News. Weather and sports skis residents concerned with housing after Hurricane Irma leaves. Aerial photos showed damage done by Hurricane Irma and path showed widespread destruction. More than 600,000 people are without power and nearly 50,000 without water on Puerto Rico as Hurricane Irma. Hurricane Irma leaves path of destruction. Hurricane Irma leaves Caribbean tax havens relying on volunteers. Hurricane Irma's path of destruction minus video report. In pictures. Hurricane Irma leaves devastation of epic proportions. We're next in the path of Hurricane Irma. Irma tears a path of destruction through parts of the. Slideshow of images of Hurricane Irma in the Caribbean, Florida and Atlantic coast of the U.S. Photos. Hurricane Irma leaves path of destruction. http://www.ws/pic.twitter.com/661L 654M-13 Sep 2017. 7 retweets 14 likes. Irma leaves death and destruction in Caribbean. September 7, 2017. Photo. First hit Antigua and Barbuda for embarking upon its path of destruction. The images emerged as Irma continued its path of destruction after slamming into Anguilla, Barbuda, St. Barthélemy. There are no leaves. It is crazy. Hurricane #Maria leaves 1 dead. Irma leaves trail of death. destruction first hit Antigua and Barbuda before embarking upon its path of destruction. Freelance journalist Kelsey Nowakowski describes impact of Hurricane Irma as she rode out the Category 5 storm in St. Thomas. Issues warning for Florida residents who